This is really good. This is a really fun time. If you have any affinity for those 2D brawlers, specifically Turtles in Time, you know, there's nothing here that is going to surprise you, other than the fact that, you know, one of the issues that I have with brawlers, there's kind of two issues. One is that usually depth is not really a thing that exists. You know, once you've played a brawler for about 5 minutes, you kind of know exactly what you can do in terms of the mechanics of the movements and how you usually can't block or defend or parry in any kind of way. Because, hey, those things were designed to take quarters from kids, and they did a very good job of that. But this, like, there is still an element of that. Like, there isn't any way to kind of parry. You do have a kind of dodge move that I never actually used. But just the kind of like dive kicking abilities that you have, and like if you hold down RBU for a few seconds, you get like a kind of supercharged attack that you can use at any point. And as you do attacks throughout like the game, that meter keeps charging up. So it's a good way to do like some crowd clearance, crowd control if you have too many enemies around you at once. It, you know, like visually it's an incredible looking pixel art game, which doesn't really come as a surprise. The soundtrack, like, I didn't get to listen to too much of it because we was doing it over streaming, but you know, it's got like Mega Ran in it, fucking Ghostface Killer, Raekwon, Mike Patton is in this somewhere. I don't know where. I need to go back and listen to find out where exactly, because that's just kind of bonkers to me.
Is the whole Wu-Tang in there?
Just Raekwon.
Oh.
But look, you know, like, if you like 2D brawlers, if you have an affinity for them, if you play Turtles in Time as part of your childhood, and, you know, if you have Game Pass, there really isn't any excuse to not drop 2 hours and just kind of blitz through this. It's not really going to do anything that surprises you, but to some degree, I don't think that you want to come in here and have all of these kind of extra bells and whistles added on. I don't think it would kind of add anything to it. But yeah, I don't know. We blitzed through it in about 2 hours, 15 minutes. A couple of bosses towards the end get kind of problematic. But like the one thing is, throughout my playthrough of it, I have no idea how the lives system works, because at one point I had 3 lives, and then at one point I had 1 life, and then at one point I had 4 lives. And I don't know, and I wasn't looking at that to kind of see if I was losing them or collecting them. So I don't know how the life system works, but that, like, the kind of worry that you have about, you know, losing all your lives and having to do a continue again, that's not there. But also I don't really care, and I like that is kind of more based on the kind of like an arcade sort of feeling, if you wanted. And I was watching some videos about, like, with the Neo Geo, and like how you have the arcade version and how you have the console version, and you can, you know, kind of go between them if you want to play like the version where you have to, you know, insert coins by pressing select, or if you want the version that kind of avoids all of that. And I guess there is a bit of a difference in the kind of feeling of like the pressure of trying to complete the game without losing all of your lives. But, you know, I don't need to replicate that experience. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Again, if you have Game Pass, like, I think it's only about 20-25 quid. So even if you don't have Game Pass, I think it's worth dropping that. It does have the replayability because you have like 6 characters. It has April and Splinter as well. And you can level up the characters. You can get like additional moves that you can use. So it does invite that replayability, and it has up to 6 players that can play. There was only me and Barry playing, but it does kind of scale up in terms of the more players you have, the more enemies are on the screen. So I do want to kind of jump in with like 4 to 6 players and see like how kind of chaotic that game gets.
Yeah, I'll download it.
Yeah. Hey, if you download it, I'll happily play through some with you.
Can I be Michelangelo?
You can be. You can be Michelangelo.
He's my favourite hero on the half shell, I'm just saying.
That'll pal.
Yeah.
Nick, like, did you have any affinity for like Turtles in Time growing up at all, or 2D brawlers?
I've played the arcade version of Turtles a bit. They have one in NQ64, if you know what that is, the gaming bar. No, there's one in Birmingham. There's some in cities around the UK, and they always have the 4-player cabinet there, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never played it on the SNES, never played it on the Mega Drive. Obviously I played it bits and pieces on emulators, but I've never actually owned it.
Yeah.
So
do you have Game Pass? You know, we always hear shilling Phil Spencer's dream.
I feel dirty. I resisted for years.
I don't use it as much as I should, and every time I see it go out my bank account, I was like, oh yeah, I've still got Game Pass. I should probably download something to make it worthwhile.
Well, hey, here we are. Let's get you getting your money's worth out of it.
Get Turtles on it.
Shredder's Revenge. It's an easy 2 hours.
Yeah.